Hello all. I'm coming up with the IDT preparation strategy at the last minute and so I'm explaining this strategy considering both group students as well as single group students and even the old syllabus student and even the new syllabus students. So the foremost priority in our IDT exam should be customs because the customs problems are like the fixed ones. There is the chance of repetition and picking directly from the book. So go with the customs problems first. Okay, baggage, types of duty, valuation, duty drawback. Okay, all these problems cover them. Okay, you need not to go with the theory also. Okay, with the valuation format, go through it once, and duty drawback, those conditions, go through them once, and straight away, even baggage also, those conditions, go through them once, and straight away attack with the problems and complete these problems as fast as possible. Then jump to the theory. So, what are the theory chapters here? The introduction part. Okay, there might be a chance of asking an MCQ. Okay, so for that, quickly go through that. Next, warehousing, import and export procedures. Warehousing, okay, just have a glance, old syllabus students. Import and export procedures also. I'll be giving import procedures one chart and export procedures one chart in my book, whether the old books or even the updated books also. There will be a chart like or format like thing, flow chart kind of, that you can follow. And even the old or new syllabus students, introduction anyhow, give a quick glance. There might be chance of asking MCQ, but actually it is not there in your institute book. Next, coming to warehousing, sir, there institute has introduced a concept like bond. Okay, warehousing with bond, I mean within the warehouse manufacturing activity. Okay, that is the thing which is updated in the new syllabus. So go through it once. And import and export procedures, the quite common thing, the same approach. Now coming to FTP, sir, FTP, it's a new FTP. Around 8 to 12 marks minimum there are. Okay, minimum 8 marks and maximum 12, 14 also they are asking FTP. But what I would suggest is FTP has to be studied on the day of exam, early morning time. Okay. So, and why I'm saying this means FTP, the concepts, the terminology, we cannot understand it better. So, we try to somehow retain it till the exam. Okay. So, that's why study at the day of exam, early morning time, study FTP. Okay. If you are want to watch my marathon also, like there is already that marathon with 1.5 speed, you can keep your earphones and then you can go through the material as well, which will be helping you in your revision. Next, amendments. Sir, amendments, I'm expecting like two MCQs from amendments at least, and one problem at least, okay, which might be mixed with an amendment. So around 8 marks there will be. Even amendments also study on the day of exam, early morning only. So first complete FTP, then come to the amendments. Okay, so these two topics reserved for the day of exam. Okay, these two topics, which two topics are FTP and amendments, these two topics reserved for the day of exam. If you are single group students, then before itself complete once and even give a second time revision on the day of exam. Next, coming to the GST part, sir. Whenever, okay, whichever the marathon you watch, whether face-to-face marathon you attended in Hyderabad, Guntur, or even your campus, or even in online marathon also, and keep on stressing that ITC, value of supply, time of supply, are the most important chapters from GST because there are problems from them. Okay, so problematic part is very important. So go with them initially. Okay, and ITC also, in from ITC also, job work and ISD chapter related topics related questions very rarely they are asking. Okay, so don't dwell on them. Okay, don't wait, spend much time there. Okay, focus on the basic ITC adjustment problem, blocked credits, then reversal of credits. Okay, these three areas you should give much focus. Value of supplies are new syllabus perspective. There are certain case studies given in the institute material. Okay, not the illustrations. There are certain case studies given. Last attempt they asked a case study. Even in the model question paper they picked a case study. So I'm having that sense, gut sense, like they might pick a case study question. Next, composition and registration for old syllabus. The next priority should be composition and registration. What is that? Based on the thresholds, calculating aggregate turnover and finding out eligible or not. Okay, this might be a question in old syllabus, but I don't think the same kind of question will be there in new syllabus. So that's why I'm shifting the focus in new syllabus to assessment, audit, appeals, demand and recovery, advanced reading. So here assessment, audit, appeals, demand and recovery, advanced reading is the area. Okay, understand my point. These chapters are very easy. Okay, the only thing which is lagging you or which is pulling back you is you might have not made enough revisions. Okay, if at least you revise them once before the exams. Okay, now also revise them once. I already shared my short notes, handwritten notes in various in Telegram channel, in WhatsApp channels also. I shared this. Okay, go through with that. And in institute book also, there are only 2 3 questions from each topic. Go through them. There are very high chances of asking a question directly, easily scoring these chapters. Okay, so that's why in new syllabus I'm giving this as fifth priority, but whereas in old syllabus, if you see, I'm giving it as eighth priority. But new syllabus wise, this is a much priority one. Go with that. Next, tedious thesis and e-way. One area you have no chance to do a mistake. Tedious thesis, e-way. Okay, I checked both old syllabus and new syllabus papers. The pattern shows like there is always some 6 to 7 marks from these two chapters. Okay, from the past 3 4 attempts, and these three two chapters together also it will not come to around 5 pages also. Okay, so have focus on that, complete it, and do illustrations also. Don't just look at the theory. Do illustrations, especially from TDS and TCS. Okay, next, intro, exemptions, and supply. I'm giving the same thing, and here intro, the part you need to focus is constitutional provisions, old syllabus. The others and all we cannot say much, but coming to new syllabus, introduction that constitutional provisions along with that GSTN concept. I'm again, my gut feeling here, there might be a question asking from GSTN. Okay, in my materials, sir, in marathons I said, but if you are like in world or evo batch also, this is fine. Your before classes, like in new syllabus GSTN, there is separate chapter there, vision of GSTN, mission of GSTN. Okay, advantages of GSTN, like this there are 3 additional questions instead of functions of GSTN. So hardly there are 4 questions on GSTN: vision, mission, advantages of GSTN, and the functions of GSTN. Okay, there are high chances of asking one question from this, so don't miss that. Exemptions wise, sir, give a newspaper reading. Okay, my feeling is like on the day of exam you need to study FTP amendments, and even these exemptions also it is better to go once on the day of exam. Okay, I mean early morning, 3:30 4 o'clock, if you wake up means 4 to 5:30 you should finish FTP. 5:30 to 6:30 amendments you'll be you'll be completing, then go with the exemptions. So like that, these 3 topics are better if you read on the day of exam itself. Single group means before itself complete and give a second revision to them. Next, coming to supply, there are high chances of asking a composite supply and mixed supply question. Okay, and there are a lot of clarifications in supply chapter. I don't think they are relevant for this exam, that many clarifications. Just stick to section 7 and 8 and focus on the clarification only which is there in the amendment. There is only one clarification which is related to supply regarding that no claim bonus. That might be a question. Others, I don't think they might be much priority. Next, this assessment audit approach I already said. Okay, but here the priority is changed in old syllabus. Even coming to new syllabus also, composition and RCM. Next, place of supply and invoice. Sir, why I kept place of supply at last means, sir, place of supply they're asking for 5 to 6 marks. At least old syllabus students, sir, what I tell means, what I observed at many places means many students doesn't have much grip on these chapters: assessment, audit, and recovery advancedly. So what I suggest means, if you are not able to study these topics, then go with the place of supply, because inter also you might have studied to an extent place of supply, no? That's why place of supply you go through it. Even for place of supply also my handwritten notes is available, you can follow that. I'll be explaining the concept based on comparison 12 and 13, so it will be easy for you. Place of supply will be important, but coming to new syllabus, I don't think place of supply should have that much priority. If hardly 5 6 months, maybe I may go wrong, there is 1% chance even for that, but this might be the priority. Okay, I'm not saying like outrightly leave place of supply, but it takes little time, no more time. That's why I'm keeping it last. Next, invoice. Sir, invoice, the main chances are on e-invoice, sir, and debit note, credit note. On them focus much. Next, coming to refunds chapter. Refunds chapter, sir, there is one amendment in refunds chapter that you need to study anyhow, and another that there are 2 formulas in refunds chapter, sir, and based on that there are 2 3 sums. Okay, in my evo batch, in my marathons I explained that. Okay, focus on them. And time limit, sir. So refund part has to be divided into 2 parts. First part is like situations There you can, when you can ask for refund, what are the documents you need to submit while asking for refund, what is the time limit for refund, that thing you'll be checking there. The next one is about the formula for calculation of refund, these two areas. Okay, only on those them only the questions are there. Okay, I think we'll be having a quite approach. Okay, quite a good coverage of this. Okay, all the very best. Okay, I wish you all should get minimum of 70 plus marks in IDT. Wish you very all the best. Thank you guys, go on rock.